Hello everybody, it's been a while since I've last made a video, but today I got the energy and of course the most important thing, I got the time. But before we start to show you what's all new here, we fix up the hair and clean the glass. I give them a spray down and then I show you what's new. And we are back. We cleaned the glass, showered. So, before we start, there's one big upgrade in this room. The last video I made, my girlfriend wasn't even here. So there are a lot of shade changes, but a lot of the animals, for example, the crested geckos and the ball python is in the bedroom. So I can't really show you that at the moment, but we will start and I show you the update, and I prepared a little bit of feeding, and at the end I show you the new big addition. For the animal we also had to make a big compromise, so this is for the end. This is the overview. For some of you who didn't watch the last video, which is I think 2 years ago or even more, I watched it but I didn't look at the time. On that side, oh, there was a little peak, was the shelf that is now standing here. All the tanks were finished. I bought 2 additional terrariums that I built up and are now stocked, except of this one. And yeah, you didn't saw any of these, so here is, oh, we got a little bit of reflection here, but we open the glass. The Dendrobates Dinctorius brasiliana. He is Gandalf. He's the oldest one. I think I bought him in 2013, which makes him at least 12 years old. His tank isn't really something special. There are some bromeliads, some mosses, some creeping begonia, the fern that is creeping up the wall. Yes, I had to put him out of the tank with the Leucomelis because he started bullying them. So he now has this. Oh, wait. Can you go back in there so I can close the glass? Yeah. I forgot what I said. Anyways, so this is the empty tank next to the yellow Lemanis, which is one of the big upgrades. This is the female and this is a male. You probably heard him calling. Now we have a little bit of a better view. Can I? Oh, it doesn't like to go sharp. It's not focusing. But that tank also isn't something really special. 3 big bromeliads, some Megravias, one big there, one smaller here. Yes. And next to it were also some yellow Leamani, but regarding these frogs, there was a bit, how do I say it? It was dramatic. My original female escaped the tank, I didn't notice, and found her dried up under the dishwasher. Yes, that was a really bad day. Then I bought 2 new unsexed Lemanis, which were around, so said the seller to me, around, how do you call it, 3/4? 9 months, so 9 months, but they didn't really grow, so yeah, you could say I got scammed because they didn't grow. One died half a year after that, and the other one is the one that is left there. Maybe I can show you. Lost an eye because it got a cone, so I don't know the medical prescription, but the eye grew to a cone and then popped, so now he only got one eye left, but he moves on pretty well. And as soon as this bad thing happened, he gained a lot of weight, and now, not he, she is pretty well. So let me show you. I hope I can zoom in enough. So that is the good eye. Yes, and now you're turning back. So if we move over, where are you? There you can see there is no eye left, but she's doing well. And I think that's all that matters. They laid eggs, but the eggs didn't develop, so I think they were unfertile from the male. But there's hope. And next to them, there are reflections. We go back a little bit there. These are the kobolds. And there's the female. Whoop. And the male typically sits back there under the coconut or somewhere in there. So we grab a little bit of food. I put you away, so... And now we got the food. The female is eating. But I don't see the male. But yeah. They're producing tadpoles like crazy, so I have to keep them a little bit drier sometimes so they stop, because otherwise I would have hundreds of babies a year, and that's a little bit too much. So up here is the tank you last saw on my channel, the last video I uploaded, where I built this tank. There were no plants in, so I guess this is the update, but planted a few years back. And in here are some histrionica redheads. There are 3. I think we pick up some food and lure them out. So I dropped some food in, but in the meantime I can talk a little bit about the tank. The tank really works the best out of all. I got no problems, even regarding the plants. One of the only first tanks that I managed to grow creeping ferns. Then we got a lot of moss. This is a, I don't know, a labisa or something. Started down there, now it's up there. Everywhere we got these, oh, I don't know how they call it, these little palm trees. So this is, I think, the male. This is one female. And the other one is back there. They reproduced, but the only froglet I saw didn't survive. But I frequently see tadpoles that were transported around. Yes. And next to them we got a tank that was also last planted on this channel a few years ago, and the little fern who grew took over nearly all of the tank, and I don't have any cristobal left, but in here are now some Ufaga Pumilio augake. I hope we can see them in there somewhere. Maybe you can see them. I don't. I only hear them, and they also don't want to come out even if I feed them. But even when I see them once or twice a week, they are healthy. They are pretty fat. I probably feed them too much, but I never see them, so I don't know what they eat. yeah, and next to that is the big green Cepaliwini tank. There were originally 5 in there. I sold 2 of them because I got 2 males and 3 females in there, and they didn't get along very well for about 1 year ago, I think so. So there are only 1 male and 2 females in there, but the tank is growing very, very well. I need to trim down that bush that takes over nearly 20 centimeters. And yeah, there are no special plants in there. They are also reproducing. There's one, there's the other, and the third one back here. So let's just throw some food in there because I got some left. Oh, I filmed this, guys. Oh, I have to refill the water for their waterfall. I don't know if you could see it a little bit. It's pretty built up. Hello. Yeah, they're doing well, they're producing. And from the cobalts and the green Cepaliwini, we have, this is a green sip, and this is under the plant. This is cobalt, 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 and this is also a green sip. This was the grower tank for the cobalts. This is empty for a bit now and will be not demolished but taken apart. And there's a plant that needs to find their way, I think, into this one. And on this side is the, I also did this in the video, I think, although on a video ago, are the leucomellas. And one is there, the other one is back there. So yeah, this tank also isn't pretty or anything. I'll just let it grow like nearly all of the tanks here. I didn't trim a plant for I think a year. So yes, it is what it is. And there and there I make the light on. I put the light on, not make, put the light on. These are the terrariums for the snakes. For the, in Germany it's called Steppennatter or Dionnatter. They are Elaphe Dione. So this is the male tank and this is the female tank where I custom built the background with a lot of rocks. This rock is movable. Under there, this is normally on the ground. There is the hide for laying eggs. They got a heat lamp. And yes, so their terrariums are pretty sparse and there are now some plants for the tortoises. Because the snakes are in the fridge and they huddle, I drilled some holes in the tanks so they can move through. Can you see me? I think so. And we block it with some sponge when they paired up or something, so the female doesn't get stressed out, or when she laid eggs the male doesn't stress her. And now for the biggest addition in this room, I built a new tank. And this tank we bought with the animal inside, but the animal has so much energy and we're working almost all day when this animal has, or when this animal is active. So we decided to cut the couch in half. There was a piece that was going there, but this was way too wide. We cut the couch. I built a little accessory, so even 3 people can sit there. We got the emergency bed when someone wants to sleep there. So these tanks will be get after Christmas a hole there and the other one also. So I cut apart 2 nice tanks, and then this is one big tank. And then the animal, maybe you can see him, I don't think so, has 2.20 meters in the width, only 60 deep, or 70, I don't know, I think 60, and 120 high, which is a good temporary size, I think. And when the house comes maybe end of next year, there will be a big tank for this, and maybe then the channel will really start going, because we want to film anything in the house and we got some big plans. This tank I just epoxied the plywood, drilled some holes for the vents, installed a mesh on top, painted it so it's smooth and doesn't look as awful as it does. And then there are some cork pieces. They will get some cork bark, I don't know, hides, something. Yeah, maybe you see him. And yes, and then their tooth. They are both, not tooth. They are both connected, so he has a lot of room. And the animal is a green tree monitor, come on, focus, called Rio, or we call him Wursti, which basically means sausage. And he is so friendly. Friendly. He comes out, he's very curious. Come on, buddy. Woo. So now he just is running down. Yeah, he is pretty chill. He never bit, but this was a real struggle as we get him, because he... No, don't. There's no food. This is my pants. But I can give you some food. We got a real struggle because he got an infection and he swallowed somehow a big metal clamp, which was... Come on. A big metal clamp, which pretty much was the size of his head. And he luckily coughed it up and there wasn't any damage, but he was sick for, I think, 6-7 weeks. We went 3 times to the vet. We had to give him medicine via, I don't know how it's called, the thing with a needle. And we had to hold him fixated. He didn't like it. So, come on, go back in. Come on. I can't get him back. Now he's chilling somewhere. Come on, buddy. Go in. He doesn't want to, so we just sit down. Or we don't. So, yeah. As you can see, he's really friendly. He will get a big 2-bedroom terrarium. And yes, if you want to see more, even regarding the tree monitor who's climbing there, let me know in the comments. I try to keep it up maybe once a month, but I really can't say anything. But if there's interest, there probably is a bigger will, and I will find some time so we can maybe build a little community. So bye, thanks for watching, and he also says bye. Ciao.